Good day, guys. How are we all doing? I hope we are all good. So, today I just want to get into the monthly trend, the importance of your 13 EMA on the daily chart, as well as other charts as well, all the way to the entries during your trading time. So, first things first, you always want to make sure that on your chart, you've got your period separators turned on. This is for day traders mainly. If you're a day trader, just make sure you've got your period separators. So if you're on the daily chart, these period separators just represent 1 month of data. So this is the month of March, which we're currently in. This is the month of Feb. This was the month of January, and this was December 2024. So with that in mind, now we can drill down to the price action of this month. And now we want to find out where is our price going for this month. So today is the 27th. So from the beginning, you can see from the time the price opened, we actually, we started by pushing down, created this low, which failed to take out these lows from the previous month. That's the first thing we noticed. The second thing we noticed is we had price breaking that level or that order block. So we had a high, but we did not break this high initially. So we're trading within this month's range. After that, we created a higher low, created a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. Now we are outside the range and we are officially bullish. So if your trend is bullish, what you just want to see is your price creating higher highs, higher lows. Sometimes they will come to the same equal lows, maybe poke the bottom here, showing a liquidity sweep or a stop hunt or whatever you call it. And then they will continue creating higher highs and higher lows. So with that in mind, we now come to the importance of the 13 EMA. So the 13 EMA, if you are in a trending market, is just there to guide you. It's just a dynamic support zone. So each time you see your price come to the 13 EMA, you are looking for any reaction. That's where you now put in all the knowledge you've learned in your trading to try and come up with a setup for the particular day which you'll be trading in. So jumping in today, I came to the charts and I realized that the past 2 days price was actually coming back towards the 13, but I know that I'm in a bullish order flow. So I also had this level of support where price actually acted on yesterday. And today I was open to seeing price actually push up. So going to the H1, or let's rather go to maybe the H4. Let me quickly show you that support level. I'm not sure if it's going to be visible from the 4 hour time frame, but let's see. So from the 4 hour time frame, you see that zone I just mentioned is this level here. You can see this level is important. Why? Because during the previous week, okay, so before we get into that, if you are on the 4 hour, your period separators, they represent the data from Monday to Friday, like your weekly data. So this is last week's price action. We can see that this level is of importance because we got a reaction here on the 13 EMA. We broke, we came and retested that same level. Then we came and we broke, we retested and we retested. So that just made this zone a point of interest for me, and I was just paying attention to it. But that's all I use the 4 hour for. So jumping down to the H1 now. On the H1, you see these colors. These are just my kill zone times or my trading times, depending with what session I'll be doing. So just keep an eye peeled on my channel. Try to turn on your notifications because I think the next video I'm going to post, I'm going to explain how you put this session work time or your kill zone boxes on your MT5. I'm just going to do a quick video on that. So just turn on your notifications. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It also helps to push the channel as well. So coming down to H1, what do I want to see if I am in a bullish order flow? What I want to see to confirm that I'm buying is my price has to be trading above the 13 EMA. That's the first thing. After I confirm that I'm above the 13 EMA, that now lines up with my higher time frame bias, which actually is a bullish bias, right? So after that confirmation, the next thing I want to locate is any form of a stop hunt, either during my session time, or just before. So this little blue zone, you see that was my London Open, which is my kill zone time. So just to my left, you see we had this wick right here coming into this order block here. So that right there for me was the stop hunt I needed to see for me to actually commit to buys. So jumping down to M15, let's see what we had on M15. So on M15, when the London session opened, this was the opening candle for London session. So there's different ways to approach this open candle on M15, but that's also a lesson or lessons for some other day, or you can just join our mentorship and you'll be able to be taught that information on how to approach the open price. So coming back to the stop hunt I just mentioned, you see that when this open happened, this was the London Open. What did we get? We got price coming back to the 13 EMA. That's the first thing. To our left, we had that H1 stop hunt, which I just mentioned, or a liquidity sweep, depending with how you call this, or a demand zone setup, or an order block retest. So this is a valid order block in my books. So price came to that zone and we had that reaction going into the London Open. So at the same time, you just have to mark the next high just to confirm that you are actually bullish if you get the break. But so as soon as we got our reaction here, London opens and price retraces or retraced back to the 13. And as soon as I saw that retracement, I was like, you know what? I'm now getting ready to now snipe my entry. So if we come to the 3-minute, which is my entry time frame, what you will notice is we had a nice reaction just as that open happened. We had a nice doji. We also had a pin bar. Price pushed. I was looking at a break of this order block and a close above for the safest entry. So price came, spiked, came back down to the 13 and gave us a nice pattern here, which is an engulfing candle or a bullish engulfing. So just to confirm everything we've been talking about, TDI had a baseline bounce, TDI had a baseline bounce. So you can see I'm using the indicator on the bottom just to confirm what I've already seen, right? So at the close of that bullish engulfing, that's when you as a day trader look for an entry. So we are in the heart of our trading session. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 30 minutes into the London session, 30 minutes into our kill zone time, we got a confirming candle. And we also got a breaker of the order block. And from there, price just started expanding to the top side as we anticipated. So we had a bullish engulfing. We also had a couple of pin bars here, another bullish engulfing. What else did we have? So these are all areas where you can actually enter. So remember, each time your price interacts with the 13 EMA, that's a sign for you to be in the trade. So these interactions, price can either bounce right on the 13 EMA, or it can bounce close to the 13 EMA. The only thing you need is a higher time frame bias, and you need to see a nameable candle or a candlestick with a name. So from pin bar, from doji, pin bar, bullish engulfing, pin bar, doji or pin bar, then the setup just played out. So that was a clean execution on GJ based on the multi-time frame analysis, which I just explained. So if you are on TradingView, I'll show you how the setup was looking on TradingView. So you can see we've got the London session open, which is 10 a.m. GMT +2. Just take notes, depending with when you're watching this video, This London session time open is going to change to 9 a.m. as from this coming Sunday or the last Sunday of March. Our London session time or kills on time is going to change to 9 a.m. GMT +2. So we just shift 1 hour back on everything we do. So if you notice London open, we look to your left, we had a nice liquidity sweep, like I mentioned, a break of market structure here, and we had an order block here. So I was simply waiting to get a breaker, price breaking this order block for me to actually enter my trade. Stop loss below the last low. You could have also entered here. There's also nothing wrong with entering here. It's all the same buyer, same setup. And I was targeting the previous day's high as a target. And I also had a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. And you can see this setup simply played out. So nothing much to explain here except to just show you what I was looking at. So for those who say seeing is believing, let me see if I can show you. So these are just my results for the month. I'll show you the GJ buy. My PC was a bit slow earlier, but let's see if we can be able. Okay, let me just double click it. Let's see if I'll be able to play it for you guys so that you can see what I was looking at before and during the setup as well. So I always try to share these setups with those guys in our WhatsApp community, especially those in the paid group. They get to get a glimpse of my mindset before a setup plays out and during.
You've written your goal.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Close your eyes and visualize your major goal.
Okay, so let me just push this to the beginning. So you can see this is the time I was sharing the setup. You can see GJ. I hope it's visible on your side. This was the setup. Then you can see in the group, I came, there were guys looking at German 40. I usually trade German 40, but today I did not have, my trading edge did not appear on German 40, but rather it appeared on GJ. So I decided to focus on GJ more, although I was still stoking on gold and German 40 on the side. So I mentioned if we get any break above the London Open price, I will execute a buy based off that break. So you can see I tried to explain the setup to my best knowledge so that those who are learning can understand what to look for and what time to look for it. So that's what I shared. Then you can see that result on the bottom. This was the setup. Then this is what I just showed you in trading view. Then I think you're going to see the running trade just now. Here it was in motion. So I usually try to do these recordings while the trade is running. And I also put in a few explanations on what I'm anticipating and what to do, which is our trade management notes. So here I was just explaining the whole setup. Then I think the result is going to show somewhere. You can see this was the running trade. And yeah, that's it. This is just motivation because I also post these items on Instagram. And here you can see price had hit yesterday's high. And we got an alert, GJ, secure your profits. Because why are we securing when we hit the previous day's high is because sometimes price will hit the previous day's high. Remember, it's also a resistance zone. So you might get a rejection and a reversal. So that's why we scale out at the previous day's high. That's something you just need to put in your notes as well. Then apart from that, I think the setup was a success. And yeah, that was today's trades, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to learn with us, you can still join our mentorship for the month of April. I'm only taking 5 people. I'm not taking a lot of people because I love to track the progress of the people I'm working with. So for the month of April 2025, we're only taking in 5 people. So I'm going to drop the link in the description. If you want to learn or analyze the charts with us, please just follow the link in the description. It will take you straight into the paid mentorship group. As soon as you get in there, you just have to DM me. Let me know whether it's only the mentorship you want or you also need the day trading mastery course. for 2025. So if you opt for the course, it will come with 1 month free mentorship as well. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. So if you also want to understand like your candlesticks, because remember I mentioned 4 specific candles which you need to look for. So if you need more information on that or greater depth on that, you can just also let me know. Then we can do a quick 1 month mentorship with you for the month of April. So apart from that, if you watched until the end, thank you so much for joining. Just check if you've subscribed yet to this channel. If this video, if you learned something from it, please do subscribe, like, comment. Don't forget to turn on your notifications because I'm going to drop a video in the comments to explain the sessions I mentioned. So just to close it off, you can see how price reacted on the previous day's high. Initially, we got a reaction or a rejection. Then we got a breakout. Then we got a retest. That just shows you the importance of the previous day's high or yesterday's high or PDH. All right. So yeah, like I said, don't forget to turn on your notifications. For those who trade on MT5 and want to have these session boxes on your charts, I'll do a quick video to show you these session boxes. So if you look at my charts, you always see my trading times. I don't trade randomly. I've got what I call my kill zone times. So you see the kill zone time for London session is the first one. Then if I'm trading in the afternoons, this is my New York kill zone time. So it's just a range of like here we've got 3 hours. Here we've got 2.5 or 2.5 hours. Here we've got 2 hours. This is the New York PM session. This is the New York afternoon morning session. New York morning session. And this is the London session. So apart from that, thank you so much for joining, guys. If you watched until the end, I appreciate you. Let me know what you traded this morning. What did you take? Or if you're going to trade New York session, what are you going to trade today? So also for those who just want to go through the candlesticks, I'm going to just drop a video somewhere here on the charts. Then you can also watch that video if you want to understand a little bit more about these candles. So thank you so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good trading.